What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm going to talk about um, very spiritual, intense connections that I guess only some people experience, but it's one of those things where, like, if you haven't experienced those things, and you probably don't know what I'm talking about, you're probably going to think I'm making it up. But it's an occurring phenomenon that a lot of people experience, and it's out there on YouTube. People call it the twin flame connection. It will, in terms of new age spirituality, the term. I don't agree with the term, but I'm just gonna go along with this so you guys know what I'm talking about. If you guys experience this, people like to call it twin flame, soulmate, and just other connections like that, right? So there are times where, like, um, man, so I think I've experienced that probably like 3 or 2 times. And what makes these connections extremely fucking, like, frustrating is that, like, you don't know if you're going crazy or not, because it's easy for me to detach from a person, but I look back on the 2 or 3 people that I had intense connections with. There are times where I couldn't get them off my mind. There are times where, like, I feel like I was feeling their energy. There are times where, like, I just, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's very trippy, man. So I'm like, yo, what is going on? And again, people like to call it twin flame connection or the soulmate connection. You know what I'm saying? Is where, like, basically you two, the connection is so intense that you two can't get each other's off each other's minds. You two feel each other's energy, and then there's a runner chaser phase where, like, one person want nothing to do with the other person, and you have the other person chasing the other person, and then it can switch roles like that. And, like, there's so many synchronicities. There's so much life circumstances that will kind of, like, make these people meet at the right time, or, like, certain life events will happen. It's fucking spiritual, and this shit pisses me off too, because it's like this shit happens unexpectedly. Because there are times where, like, I'll be going about my day, just enjoying my life, just, doing my own thing, and then all of a sudden I meet this person, or you can even know this person for a year, but then all of a sudden, where if you two, like, once the soul contract or once the event unfolds, then that's when you can't feel that. That's when you can feel this person's energy. You can't get them off your head, and it's just annoying, because, like, recently, because I've experienced the first one like that in 2017, where, like, we've interacted and it was whatever. Then as we kept interacting, as the days and months go by, slowly but surely, like, I guess I developed feelings for that person. But then there are times where, like, I couldn't get this person off my mind. I was being obsessed, and, like, and I was aware of it. I was trying to get out of it, but I couldn't get this person off my mind. And then I feel like I'm longing for this person, where, like, my heart started hurting. Like, the physical symptoms were, like, I'll get, like, headaches, like, I'll experience actual heartbreak and chest pains. Then I'll experience, like, a soul tie where I feel like I'm feeling this person's energy and shit like that, and it ended horribly. So what I've learned, based on what I've studied, is that with twin flame / soulmate connections like that, the reason why you develop a soul tie and you can't get this person off your mind, and, like, you experience a lot of heartbreak and chest pains, even when you two are separated, is because you're actually you're trying to heal and you purge out all of your past life trauma, but also your family's generational curses trauma. Because usually soulmates and twin flames, they come from very dysfunctional family backgrounds. I think we all do, but, like, usually it involves, like, abandonment, rejection, some type of generational curse where it's an ongoing theme. And then when you meet that person's gonna purge all that shit out of you. I have heard that sometimes you can purge your counterparts' emotions too, where, like, other twin flames once they're connected, once they're in separation, they can purge out their other emotions too. You know what I'm saying? So it's fucked up. And then, like, and there's always third party situations, whether it be, like, they're either in another relationship or there's another life circumstance to where, like, they gotta move out the country, move out the city, or, like, different backgrounds, something where, like, it evolves where these two people who have an intense connection to where they feel the chemistry, they feel the spark. It's not one-sided, it's two-sided, but these people experience it differently, because either one is in denial and the other one has abandonment issues. So the chaser clings on to the runner has abandonment rejection issues, or the runner thinks that person is not worthy enough, so that person runs away. Even though that person has a lot of love, that person is too overwhelming for the runner. Because there were times where I was a runner, I was the chaser and the runner, so I know what it's like. Because the connection is too intense, and sometimes they're in denial, like it's too good to be true. And then when they're running, they're also running from themselves, because they don't feel like they're worthy enough of it. As a chaser, they have fear of abandonment, so they cling on to that shit. They cling on to that person. But my problem is, so I've experienced that shit in 2017. It ended horribly. It was so painful. I cried. I grieved a lot. I also felt like I did purge out a lot of, like, trauma from either this lifetime, past lifetime. Could be maybe my family's trauma. Who I heard that's the case, but I don't know. But now I'm experiencing this year where like I think I've known this person for like about a year, right? And then all of a sudden, like, I don't know. Then all of a sudden, like, we kept talking a little bit. Now all of a sudden, I can't get this person off my mind, and and like, and now like I swear to God, I'm feeling this person's energy and stuff like that. Whenever we're not around, is when I feel a lot of like heartbreak, chest pains, and I swear to God, like a couple of days ago, I felt like I was crying and grieving a lot, but I don't know where it was coming from. So I'm not sure if I'm feeling this person's energy or if I'm purging out this person's trauma. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So this shit pissed me off, and I hate how the universe or God, how they orchestrate a situation, your life growing up to where you experience abuse from your family, where you feel neglected, abandoned, you have rejection issues and shit like that. And then growing up, God will kind of like dictate your life circumstances and life situations just so you can heal generational curses, because it's part of your bullshit ass life path. And then you experience twin flame connections and soulmate connections, and that shit ends horribly into more heartbreak. And now you gotta do more healing work, and it's an ongoing theme. I'm like, what the fuck, man? So at this point, I feel like God, the universe, they're just playing fucking games, man. You know what I'm saying? And when I was meeting with that person, it's like I'm aware of the connection. Like I know about spirituality, so I know how this shit's gonna play out. I knew it was gonna end bad or end a heartbreak or end whether either her or me or both are going to separate. And you know what I'm saying? So or either that or like a third party situation, whether this person's already in a relationship or like another outside life circumstance is gonna force us to separate, not see each other, be around each other. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, yo, it's fucking trippy, man. But it pissed me off so much because it's like, why would God do shit like it? Which I understand the higher perspective is so you can heal your shadow side, heal your family trauma, purge out, and just know what it's like to be close to source and all the other stupid shit. But it's just like, bro, it pissed me off because there were times where like I couldn't get this person off my mind for multiple days, and I felt this person's energy, and I couldn't focus on work, I couldn't focus on going to school, I couldn't focus on even fucking sleeping. It's just like, so I always had to occupy myself to keep myself busy. But I understand the reason why the connection is in there in the first place, so you can heal your shadow side, so you can heal your wounds and all this other bullshit, right? So I'm aware of that. So the more I heal myself, the more I get less attached to that person, which is understandable. But what I hate about it is that like it's just, oh man, it's just so annoying, dude. Like it's just this shit's grueling because it's like you're literally feeling physical chest and heart pains, man. And like, what the fuck, dude? And then I hate how God or the universe, they'll orchestrate your life situations to where like you're not around like-minded people, or like you're not satisfied with your life situation and shit like that. And it's not like you manifested that. No, you could put in all the work. You could work hard. You could do as much as you want. But God or the universe, it's like you have to play life it's like a movie role, and you have no choice but to do that. That's why I feel like we do not have free will, because you have to abide by certain regulations in this human experience, where you got to experience certain types of suffering, certain types of pain, certain types of misery, and just shit like that, man. It's out of my control. I can't be around like-minded people where like I fuck with or feel comfortable with. I can't manifest a situation to where like, oh, I'm around the right people, or like I'm in the right career job setting. You know what I'm saying? It takes work to do that, so I feel like maybe the purpose of this twin flame connection, so you can heal all your trauma wounds, so you can manifest better shit, so you can know your worth. But at the same time, why would God even orchestrate you in a situation where you're abused growing up, so now you lack self-worth, and you can't able to manifest the things you want because God put you in a situation where like you're around family members or people or life situations where it brings you down. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like people experience this as a collective. That's one of the main reasons why there's so much soulmate-like connections, twin flame-like connections, so they can raise the vibration and all this other stupid shit, right? It's just dumb. That's why you got time speeding up and days going by a lot faster. I'm just so done with this shit. This human experience, it really pisses me off because it's like, it makes like, it's just so like dramatic. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid, dude. Like, I hate this shit so much, man. Cause like, prior to me and her connection, I know how, like, I was aware, like, me, I'm very, like I could tap into shit like that, because I'm aware that there's a connection, and I'm aware, okay, I can't get this person off my mind, I barely know this person, and I can feel this person's energy, I'm feeling chest and heart pains, like someone's fucking grieving or crying, I can feel that shit all fucking day, right? So clearly, it's a spiritual connection, so clearly I meant to learn lessons, like, maybe this person is mirroring me, so I can heal my shadow side, so I can heal my abandonment, rejection, trauma, and family wounds and shit like that. And it's like, well, okay, which is fine, which I'm doing that. That's probably the reason why you even feel that soul tie connection like that, and it's just like, but it's annoying though, because you can't. It's hard to keep yourself busy. It's hard to like stay focused because you can't get this person off your fucking mind, and then you're pretty much crying and grieving all day because you either purging this person's trauma or your trauma or both. You know, it's just like, what the fuck, man? Like, I'm telling you guys, this human experience is just annoying because it's nothing but experiencing trauma, experiencing loss, healing, overcoming it, which takes a long time. And once you overcome that, you experience more bullshit. I understand it's part of life, so you can grow, you evolve as a person, become a better version of yourself. Because what I've heard is that as a spirit or as a soul, or as a spirit or a soul, when you reincarnate into this human experience, if you for souls and spirits to grow extremely rapidly and to evolve and advance, is if they go through pain and suffering. So it makes sense that they usually incarnate to the human body, to the human experience, and that's the reason why there's so much suffering within the human experience. You know what I'm saying? Which makes sense, but this shit's annoying, dude. Like, I fucking hate this shit, man. And it's funny because how me and her connection played out, I knew like we are going on our separate ways, but at the same time, there's a huge ass connection to where I can't get this person off my mind. I feel that energetic soul tie to where I can't even fucking sleep or focus. And I'm trying to avoid that person. I am healing my wounds and shadow side and trauma. Believe me, I am. I've done a lot of grieving, a lot of crying, a lot of releasing anger and keeping myself occupied and busy, finding my self-worth, finding myself, etc. And be more tapped in. I can feel my heart chakra expanding and shit like that. I'm doing that, but I know how these connections play out. So I know how it's not going to end well. It's not going to end us being together. It's not going to end us like, there isn't a happily ever after according to the ego or 3D, which fucking sucks. I'm not going to lie, because it's like, because I get the bigger perspective of that connection, but it's just fucked up how like God will kind of like put you in a situation to where you feel that intense connection towards someone, where you can feel their energy, you can feel them thinking about you, or like you can feel them being there for you and feel all that love they have for you. So it can awaken you, so you can know your self-worth, because that person has that much love, so now it makes you more awakened, and then you heal your trauma. But it's just like, what's the point of experiencing that when you can't even be with that person? You know, it's fucked up, man. Like, bro, like this twin flame soulmate, this shit is fucked up, man. This shit's fucked up, bro. But like, I feel like I've matured a lot, I've grown a lot, I've learned a lot, to the point where like, yes, it's still painful, it does hurt, but at the same time, I can see from a higher perspective. And at the end of the day, it is meant for me to heal my shadow side. It's meant for me to heal my wounds and to break generational curses, all this other stupid ass shit that God or the universe likes to allow, or likes to humans to experience for whatever fucking reason, right? So we can evolve. And, you know, it's just stupid, man. Man, like fuck, man. Yeah, but I gotta go soon because I got stuff to go. But I also want to talk about this. I can't stand being around people where I don't gel well with, man. Like, I'm so pissed because like I'm always in a situation where like I'm not pleased around the people I'm with. I'm not pleased with my life circumstance, whether it be a job or career. And I work so hard to go for that job, go for that career, and to try to manifest like-minded people. But no matter how hard I try, because all that shit's out of my control. I can't control around the types of people. It's out of my control that I'm around abusive family members that I'm forced to cut off. It's out of my control to be around people that we don't gel well, or like I don't feel connected to them. It's out of my control that no matter what career, job, path, or school I go to, I'm not satisfied. That's out of my control. So this is why like it pissed me off. But like I'm doing whatever it takes to try new things, to put myself out there and to find things until I'm satisfied. You know what I'm saying? Because most things in life, it doesn't really satisfy me as much. You know what I'm saying? Except for I'm being financially free and being healthy. That's pretty much it, man. And obviously being around like-minded people, and of course attracting love. That's everyone's desire and stuff like that, you know. But it's just, man, it's just annoying, dude, man. Like man, I hate, because it's like, it's fucked up, because it's like God is kind of like, it feels like God is kind of like fucking with your mind, because God will be like, oh, here's this person, you feel so connected to that person. It's out of your control too. That's the thing, it's out of your control, because I've done so many things to detach from that person. It's getting better now, but I'm doing whatever it takes to detach from that person. And keep in mind, this shit will happen for like months, even years. I've experienced this shit for fucking years. It could die down on random days to where you don't feel that person's energy, but in some days it gets so intense to where like you can't get this person off your mind, and like you feel heart and chest pains, you feel like someone's grieving or crying over you, or you can feel them grieving and crying. It's so fucking painful. It's just, man, it's just so fucking confusing, man. Like, I don't know, like, because God or the universe, they have a habit. I think that they do this shit on purpose, to like they'll place a lot of spiritual phenomena in this 3D, but we don't have the right terms to explain what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? Because like, if they're gonna create a 3D, then why the fuck would you do something spiritual that we can't comprehend as humans? Either that, or we're not at that level yet in this timeline. This shit makes no fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? So God was like, oh, why not use these other people as examples so they help teach the collective or show them? You know what I'm saying? It's just like why? Like, it makes shit a lot harder than it has to be. You know, it's fucking dumb. Same thing with time speeding up. Why the days going by a lot faster? Why is time speeding up? It's been going on since 2018. It's retarded, man. But that's all I gotta say, man. Just, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just search out twin flame soulmate connection. There's usually a runner chaser dynamic. Both people, even though there is a runner chaser dynamic, they both have rejection, abandonment wounds, and they lack self-worth. This is why the other person's running on the connection, like they're running away to avoid that person. That person has a lot of love for that person, but that person thinks it's too intense or it's overwhelming because that person never experienced that type of love intensity before, and it scares that person, and or that person lacks self-worth, so they feel like they're not worthy to pursue that person, or other life circumstances like third-party relationships, life circumstances, to where like it's their ego. And then they also have abandonment wounds. They just feel like it's too good to be true, basically, for the runners. For the chasers, they have abandonment issues. Same thing as a runner, but they experience it different ways, so they want to cling on to that person. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like this shit, what makes this dynamic so fucking hard is because God will purposely set the tone on how your life is going to be growing up. So if you, for example, like God will set the tone to like you're born in like a dysfunctional, abusive family, that like you experience all this trauma and turmoil, and now since you're vibrating low because you experience all that trauma, you don't know your self-worth. Now you're going to manifest around people who aren't like-minded like you, people who treat you horribly. You attract partners that remind you of your toxic, abusive, dumbass, narcissistic ass parents, and then and that's the purpose of the twin flame connection, to show up to your life so you can heal that shit. Not just with twin flames, but I think with soulmates, and not just soulmates and twin flames, but other relationships. That's the purpose of it as well. This is where you get your trauma bonding and other shit like that. So it's fucked up, but it's how life is, man. But I peeped that shit. But like I said, with that connection, I knew it was going to happen. I see it played out. I kind of prepare myself, and it's already playing out. But it's whatever. But I feel better now. The connection, it died down, because earlier this morning, you know, I was crying and grieving a lot all day. I was feeling this person's energy and a lot of heart, chest pains. Even the past week, I couldn't get this person off my mind. So it was pretty intense. But as of right now, I think I'm feeling better. I am kind of scared because, like, I already know I'm gonna feel it, but I'm just kind of scared because I don't know when I'm gonna feel this person's energy, when I'm gonna have like heart and chest pains. I'm just scared, man. It's probably heart chakra expansion or whatever it's called, awakenings, but it's just, it's annoying. But this is why spirituality is important in life, because when you understand and study spirituality, you can see how life plays out. That will give you clarity, and it would kind of show you how to move forward with connections and life situations like that. Spirituality is very important, but what makes it tricky is that, like, there's a lot of new age, a lot of misinformation. So it's best to use your intuition, but it's also best to know about your trauma, know about the things that's like traumatizing you and that's holding you back, because trauma, subconscious, unconscious mind plays a huge role. You can check out New Mind Frames channel. She talks about that. Just learn it basically with how to navigate in this life successfully is healing your trauma, you know. And even if you do heal your trauma, you could also be trying to heal your family generational trauma, your past life trauma, and it's how it is. This is where you get your karma from, you know. But it is what it is, though. But that's all I gotta say. I hope this video helps. Peace.